Jewish Jersey Italian prom night Cadillac. I'm 16 years old in West New York, New Jersey. I grew up in an apartment building called Tower West on Boulevard East. I was in high school, Memorial High School. Anybody here from northern New Jersey in Hudson County? So some of you may remember that in the 1970s, it was the beginning of the RICO trials, of the organized crime trials for the Gambino family. And in my high school, just about everybody who I was friends with had a dad who was either in prison or wearing one of those bracelets around their ankle. They were under house arrest. And it was a great town to grow up in. And I really grew up Jersey, Jewish, Italian. Now, Frankie was my high school boyfriend, and I loved him very dearly. My folks were not that crazy about Frankie. Nice Jewish girl from a nice Jewish family. I hung out a lot at Frankie's house. Now, his father was under house arrest because he was state's evidence for the Gambino trial. So a few times a week, they would pick him up and bring him to the courthouse in Jersey City so that he could testify. So he was under protection, but he wore one of those bracelets. I would hang out over at Frankie's house, and we always had the greatest time. There were the most amazing dinners. Think about all the great Sicilian Italian food that I ate as a kid. We loved it. The house was always full of excitement and happiness, and Frankie's father always had a man there named Foster. And Foster used to stand there and wait until Frankie's father said, "Foster, go get the papers so we can read the numbers." And Foster would go out and get the newspapers along with cartons and cartons of cigarettes, which he'd throw on the table. I found myself in various situations with Frankie. There was one time when we drove in his red Chevrolet Caprice to Sheepshead Bay while Oye Como Va was blasting out of the speakers of the car so we could deliver a bag full of money to somebody. I never quite understood what it was all about. It's junior prom night. Frankie's asked me to go. I'm waiting for him to pick me up. I'm wearing a red and black hot pants suit. My hair is black and down beyond my tuchus. My parents are very nervous, and my father said, "Look, I'll go downstairs with you, and we'll wait for Frankie." All I could think about was, would I get a corsage, or would I get one of those wrist bracelets with flowers? I was very excited. And I knew that Frankie was having trouble getting the car from his dad. The red Caprice was spoken for. So it was a bit of a mystery in terms of how we were going to get to the prom. Anyway, my father walks me downstairs. Now, Tower West on Boulevard East in West New York, New Jersey has a big, round driveway. How many of you know this building? All right. It's a 60s masterpiece. It's celebrating its 50th anniversary soon. Anyway, it's got a big, round driveway. My father is standing down there with me, and he's very, very nervous. He's nervous about Frankie. He's nervous about what we're going to drive to the prom, and he's nervous that we're driving anywhere. Frankie appears in the driveway in a all-white Cadillac Coupe de Ville convertible. It was white inside, outside, even the wheels were white. Everything was white. He was in a white suit. My father's face was white. His lips were white. He had drained of all color. Frankie pulls up with a screech, gets out of the car. White suit, blue cummerbund. Hands me what is known as a nosegay. In Jersey, that's a piece of round plastic with a handle on it, with concentric circles of red and white roses. Looks like a funeral, Italian funeral. Hands this to me, and I'm disappointed that it wasn't a corsage and it wasn't a wrist thing, but hey, it matched my outfit. My father looks at Frankie and sizes him up, and he says, "So where'd you get the car?" And Frankie says, "Somebody owed my father a favor." Thank you.